we are live. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the podcast of Cloudwork. And as you can see, there is something different here. Are you guys okay? I don't hear you right now.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just really tired this morning for whatever reason. I didn't go to bed at 2 a.m. You a.m.
Yes, I know because you told me you weren't sleeping at that time.
No, it was like when I messaged you,
Mm-hmm.
11. It was 11.
Ah, it was 11.
I'll stay
Okay.
up for, I'll stay up for like 2 more hours.
Okay, but welcome everyone. We are indeed live, and as you can see, we actually have a new logo. What do you guys think of that?
Oh, I love the new.
It's lovely,
Very
darling.
nice.
Yeah, you
I'm
like
still
it?
here.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm still there. I'm I'm drinking energy drinks, and that's not something I normally do. And the thing is, energy drinks actually make me tired.
Oh, okay. I was like, you drink energy drinks. You don't need any energy, man.
No, you're.
Exactly, they actually make me drowsy. It's more or less I have such a high energy level that when I get something that goes above that, I just go over the limit and come around on the other side super tired.
Okay.
It's like a slow poke thing, but it's like a slow poke thing, but that, but with energy instead of wisdom.
Okay.
Uh, when I was a teenager, when I was younger, I used to drink them all the time because, when you were friends and stuff, that's what you did, and they were like a new. Uh, so, like, monsters especially.
Ah, yes.
Now they're drinks to me. Like, it doesn't even give me energy, nor does it calm me down. It's just a drink.
Oh, yeah. It's a normal drink. Ah, yes. For everyone who doesn't know, I am working on it. We are here with Dark Cloud. You can also call him Cloud, and we are with Benjamin, also called Snavitrovo, if I say it right.
Stuff is struggle. Yes, yeah, I'm
Snavitrovo.
here, darling.
There you go.
Yay! Hi.
And to have another surprise, we actually have another co-host. Unfortunately, they are not here today.
we
But
get we we kind of messed up on time stuff, and
yes,
said I was
Did
an hour
we really do
earlier.
that? It sounded more like they,
no.
yeah, mis
It was just
misinterpreted which time it was.
it was just it was our fault on both ends. But I didn't make sure last night that she knew exactly. I should have, but no.
Mm-hmm.
It,
Well,
it it happens though.
yeah, but so Cloud, you can. Well, this is general talk day because we did not plan to have anything as a theme. Can you tell the story of Jupiter? Why they are here as a co-host, and why how we got into contact with them?
So we were just talking honestly because keeping we keep in contact with their co-hosts even at or guests even after they leave.
Mm-hmm.
As so everyone knows that. But I was talking to her, and and she was just like, "Yeah, I wanted to do a podcast. I'd never really got people together to do it." And I was just like, we're always looking for a fourth member if you ever want to. And she was very excited about that idea. And she had to go eat first, though.
Yes.
So she was like, "I'll be right back. I gotta go eat, but when I'm done, no, let's talk about that. And then she left for like an hour. She apparently took forever to eat food, and then came back, and she just seemed like she was really uh, and wanted us, you and Benjamin, and wanted to get to know us better anyway. So like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a good thing for us. So both a new logo and a new member of the podcast team, which is great.
Mm.
Um, so I did not prepare any theme. What do we want to talk about today?
Mm.
I was gonna mention that we got a couple comments on our video.
Oh, cool.
We know what Indigo. So quiet on my end.
Tell us.
I don't know what's happening. But so and it was just people like freaking out that we had Indigo, and one of them also know Jupiter's comics. It's just I was like, oh,
Oh, it is 51 views. That's quite a lot for.
to Jupiter's episode. Uh, Jupiter's is still our most popular, but we had a rush.
Whoa.
No, just that Cloud in responding to responding to responding to comments referred to Indigo as her. Indigo is a gender.
Benjamin,
Is a gender.
Benjamin.
Cloud, respect pronouns.
I said I'd let them know.
No. It's no.
Benjamin,
I'm on the YouTube page right now.
you
And
need to stop
it's
making just a big deal out of this. You're always making a big deal out of this. You need to tone it down. I get
yeah.
that.
Maybe
That's
you
how
should.
they're like.
Maybe you should learn, yeah, to keep to respect people's pronouns.
Mm. Benjamin, I understand your ideas and I understand Cloud's ideas in this way. Um, let's just say me as the mama, as the oldest of the bunch right now, I am trying my best to get the gender pronouns right. Sometimes it slips, sometimes it just happens that I say
Yeah, but it's
the
just
wrong
that
one.
Cloud doesn't really
No,
seem
no,
to
no, Benjamin.
try sometimes.
Benjamin, let me talk. But what I appreciate by people is that sometimes they mind, but sometimes they don't mind. If they really mind, they will tell us. And I think Cloud has talked to Endigo for a while, and Endigo would tell him. And of course, if Endigo is like, please change it, please, then we will change it. I think we can actually edit the comments.
More,
But
yeah, I can definitely do that.
yes.
It's more of like it idea to get used to calling them as they prefer, but who are adults understand that people slip up sometimes, and that it's not that I don't care. It's just that I have to like get used to it, and I'm trying to. I do that with all my other friends, and it just happens.
Mhm.
Like both Indigo and Jupiter have I've used like male or female pronouns with them, and they don't mind, mostly because like it's not that big of a
So
it's a big deal for
yeah. So
them to be called it, but not like I don't have to be perfect every time. I do care, and
yes.
like it's very cool to say that I don't.
Benjamin, I suggest the next time you see this, don't say it out loud in the podcast, please, because we are aware that sometimes we slip up. Sometimes we don't know the right gender or how they want to be preferred to be called. Uh, just tell it in the chat and or in the Discord, and then we'll be okay, and we edit it, right?
I can change it. It's not that I intentionally. It's that like this just happened when I was typing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The same that I sometimes use other pronouns as well. Um, let's talk about something else. Because last week was real fun. I really loved having Indigo on the podcast. I also loved that we could talk to Jupiter again. In the fact with the fact that they become our co-host. Um, and so
And Jupiter have been talking a lot more recently.
mm-hmm.
And I hope we becoming good. She's awesome. I really like talking with them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they got like a very bro attitude, which is really funny, and I really
Mm-hmm.
enjoy it.
Really, I thought they were quite shy when we.
See, talking with someone and like are like two different things, and like so we're just messaging on Discord, and so it's easier
Okay,
for
yeah.
a personality to come out.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. I get that.
Okay, so
They got a new format going, which I really enjoy. The speed talking about, and then uh, the
I cannot hear you right now.
Yeah.
sorry, I maybe
Neither can I.
complained a little bit because I'm tired.
Well, you said there was a new format, and then I could not hear you anymore.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm enjoying the new format we got it with the speech bubble and
Yes.
then the little talk.
Yeah. So, let me talk about that because I was satisfied with the former logo. The former logo was fun. It had
Yes.
Cloud, me, and Snuggy Struggle on there, and it was fun
Yes.
and a bit comical, and it was lovely. But with Jupiter being added, there was no enough room, and I was like, well, yeah, you know, that one picture, that's just a bit too much, and every time having the same picture, you don't know what the podcast is about. Why not change it up a bit? So what I did is, right now I have a speech bubble which is called general talk, but what I really like is to have, if you have a theme, or get a picture of the guest or of the work or of the guest that we have, or just make a picture of the current theme that we'll be talking about in one half of the picture, and then have the logo on the other side. Because it helps people to understand what we're talking about, especially if we go into tangents and we're like, you know what was on the screen? That's the thing that we were actually supposed to be talking about, not the thing that we are talking about now.
Because we do go off a bit.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Of course.
but that's also real fun. Can I talk a bit about the logo itself, by the way?
Go for it.
I just have a small joke. It's just like you look at it and like, oh, it's for Pride, and then you tune in just to hear us talking about pickles.
Yes. I think we can talk for an hour about pickles, but I don't know if the people like that.
Oh yes. Oh
Crunchy
yes, we can
pickles,
talk
yeah.
about anything we want, dearie.
Yeah, but the logo
The
itself.
shows?
Yes, the logo itself. I created the same way as I did the first logo. So I wanted something with cloud and something with work. In my idea, it's a bit steampunky, so I like big cogs and have steampunk elements in there. And I thought, what would be better representative of like our group than rainbow colored Cloudwork in there?
Yes,
So
but
yes,
one thing is that you said, yeah, cloud,
yeah,
and cloud is represented by the cloud, and you is represented by the steampunk. Where am I in?
you're the sparkles, of course.
Pose.
Oh, fair enough.
And Jupiter needs to be in there as well. Maybe the sparkles as well, but it mainly, the name Cloudwork is in there, and I I worked on this for quite a while because I started this morning somewhere around 10 a.m. my time, and everything went fine. Everything went dandy. I was almost done, really almost done after almost 2 hours. And you know what happened? My PC broke down. And I
Ah.
didn't save a single thing.
Oh, poor,
So
poor Barbs.
I was
Or
crying.
Barb Max.
I was crying big manly tears out of frustration because I had to do everything over again. And
Big manly tears.
big manly tears, those struggling tears that barely can wriggle off your chin because they're so thick.
You don't need. You don't have to hold your emotions out of the way. You can be as emotional as you want, darling.
Yes, but this time the tears were really big and manly. So I started all over again, and it looked different than I had in mind. That to be fair, but I do love the idea of the fluffy cloud and then the metal in there with the big sparkles and some rainbow colors. So yeah, so
Yeah, but one thing
yes,
is that again your work and then cloud is cloud. Wait, where do you live, Cloud?
in the clouds.
Where in the states? Which state? Alex?
I live in Oregon.
Okay, okay. Then I'll come back with you on this one.
Okay.
Okay.
What do you mean?
I will come. I need a tiny bit of further research on this one, and then I will talk about it.
Oregon is rainy. It is always raining here, and we have a lot of trees. And there's only on one side of the state is like the cities and nice stuff, and then the further you go west, the more deserty it becomes.
Okay, but there are no clouds in the desert, I guess.
I, so much rain. We have clouds all the time.
Do you like clouds actually, Cloud, or is it
Yeah,
more
clouds
like?
can be very. Clouds can be very interesting to look at. It came from just like my name, my Dark Cloud username came from just like a childhood nickname
Mm-hmm.
of mine that we had videos planned to use with. Originally, it was gonna be a character, and we were literally gonna do what every YouTuber was doing.
Yo.
What?
So you said you were Cloud. Hmm.
I was Dark Cloud for like as my username is.
Yeah, but like you sound like more or less. Yeah, Cloud. I'm just starting to think that why you are the cloudy one is because the stoner.
I'm just smoke actually. I have tons of friends that do, but I don't really smoke often.
Yeah, and it is legal in Oregon, so.
Like it isn't legal in the Netherlands.
Is it legal in the Netherlands?
All soft drugs are
All of the
legal.
United States. Dun, dun,
What?
dun.
Yeah, but oh,
Yeah,
okay, so
he's
yeah.
the third voice that you mysteriously hear. That's not mine or Barb's.
What?
Someone in the
Showing
chat,
you the name
your Fortnite
about
username
who
asked
you
who's
were.
Benjamin. Because I was like, the Sparks represent Benjamin. And
Oh
he
no
said,
no
who's
no no!
Benjamin?
Yeah, that's me. That's me, darling.
Yes. As you can hear,
But
that's the darling.
saying
Mhm.
before,
I'm the
my
gay little butterfly.
username Dark Cloud came from when I was going. Me and my friend Cameron, very much kids at the time, and Let's Plays are very big, and we wanted to do something with that. Uh, we wanted to do Let's Play channel, but make personified characters like the Nostalgia Critic or
Mm.
Angry Video Game Nerd. And so originally I was gonna be a guy dressed in black and have a raspy voice,
Ooh.
which I needed to have a drink next to me to do the voice constantly because it was very deep. I don't know if I can even do it anymore, but it was very like deep and raspy. This talking like this for like an hour, and I didn't want to. I didn't want to do that.
No, that would be kind of really
You
awful
young
for your
punks.
voice.
You don't know how it is on the streets of Manhattan.
And
Your Fortnite username,
it
can
was.
you
It
can
was.
you hear us? Oh yeah, you can hear us. You just don't know what's happening now. We're just general
It's
talking.
just a talking podcast today. We normally have guests or do a subject, but originally we were going to have our new co-host join us today, but we had timing issues.
Yes.
So, next week they will be joining us.
So yeah.
So that. So you
So
would be
what?
you would be Dark Cloud as like a video game nerd type. But did you do 1 or 2 episodes or not? Because I didn't hear that.
I think we recorded an episode, but we never published it.
Aw.
He like rocks is something from like because he was really into the Kingdom Hearts games,
Mhm.
and he was gonna be the more like happier character.
Ah yeah. A bit like the Game Grumps actually. Oh, a happy character and a non-happy character.
But it predates Game Grumps, like the idea before Game Grumps
It
existed.
predates the Game Grumps. That's so weird. Game Grumps is like 6 years old, right?
Yeah, this was the back when like I was still playing like horror games.
Ooh.
You know, that was just getting really started.
Mhm. And you like the nickname so much that you want to keep it, right?
It's just a good username, you know.
Yeah.
You like it a lot.
Yeah, it's a good one.
And for anyone watching, I have played the Dark Cloud games. I just beat them or played them for very long, but
Mhm.
I have
Are
played
there,
them.
are there games called Dark?
There are. Benjamin, what are
Ooh.
you doing?
What I'm doing? I'm just messing around with Nerf guns. Nothing to worry about.
We can hear that.
It's making a lot of noise.
Yeah, I know. Plastic
Okay.
guns do a lot of cracking and
Please
Okay.
stop.
knocking
Please
over
refrain from using-
glass bottles and such.
Benjamin,
Yes.
Snuggies Truffle.
Yes.
Where did that come from?
Oh, my username, Snuffy
Yes.
Struggle. and it's actually Snuffy Struggle with
Snuffy struggle.
said in words, not S.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, I can't remember when like there's a small project that I'm in, and the video was already out. And the thing is that the guy, the project lead, he didn't read my thing, so it was Snuffy Truggle,
Mm.
and the snuff S sound was an S and not a Z. So it was Snuffy Truggle with an S
Mm-hmm.
in the finished video. But
But where does it come from?
it was I don't know if I believe it was in 2012, maybe even later. But like I got like into really into online stuff quite late.
Mm-hmm.
Like I it's only like recently I've actually kind of started with social media,
Mm-hmm.
or not really that much even then. It's just a fun thing to do every once in a while.
Yes.
But then it was mainly just YouTube, so I could get a YouTube account so I could actually follow my favorite YouTubers.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and I more or less my brother helped me set up a YouTube account, and we just sat down on my bed, and you're like, what do you want name? And then I just came up with it on a second on the fly, and he just has been my online insignia since then.
Okay. That's But also you immediately knew it has to be written with a Z.
Yes.
Okay.
No, and actually it was Snuffy Struggles
Mm-hmm.
first, and this last S sound was actually with an S, so it was Snuffy with an Z,
Mm-hmm.
struggle with an Z, and then S with just a normal S. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it was weird in the beginning, but now it's just the cute one, Snuffy Struggle.
Okay.
All I can think of with the Z part is just that JonTron bit where it's like, what do we call it? Do we call it a zebra? You fucking barbarians!
A Cedra? A fucking Cedra. Oh god, yes. If we ever meet the darling Alex, like binge watch 2 hours of JonTron straight, just rip our hearts out to it.
Z. P. The Irish potato famine that wiped out 1 million people.
Yeah.
Hey, the more you know.
The more you know. Yes.
It was a
Yes.
really.
I was smoking a
really
beer
good.
with the lads.
I was just smoking a beer with the boys, and it woke up and no, the $1,000 gnome was just here.
Mm-hmm. I only watched
Oh
JonTron
my
for a little while.
god, oh my god. My god.
What? But yeah,
I don't know.
yeah,
um.
it's a good channel. It's real funny.
Yes. Ah, yes.
Did I?
We love Yantron. Yanni Tronny.
To finish
Scott the Waz
the
is gonna
to finish
convention today, and I'm upset
guys
because I can't be there.
to finish the nickname thing. Did I already talk about my nickname? How I got it?
Oh,
No, you haven't.
You can tell us again.
Um. How did I get it actually? I didn't even get it. I just made it myself. Right. To be fair, I have so many nicknames nowadays. I don't remember how I got them all. Mainly
Yeah,
because
right
of
now.
one baby penguin.
No. I am going to recite her full title. I am.
I'm asking you not to.
Yes, but I'm still going to, darling.
No, please
Please
don't.
do not.
Let me just find it. I will be with you
Please.
shortly.
Anyway, my name working on it is basically used because of the project that I'm working on. I want, well, you know, I already talked in other podcasts how I started the animation project, which is basically from a dream that I dreamt that I had a song, and the song became a story, and the story became an animation series, whatever. And because I thought, well, I'm going to do this from scratch, and at first I was thinking that I had to do this all alone. I was like, okay, my nickname has to be something that represents me as a person that's keeping improving things, because working from scratch, you already know that the first things that you put out is rubbish compared to what other people do. So I was like, okay, let's make my username working on it, because I will constantly working on the project, constantly working to improve myself, and everyone who I want to include in this, everyone who is included into this project is also working on improving themselves. I never want to have like real professionals in the project. Only people who actually want to improve themselves, work hard, and continue to work on their skills and on what they want to become. So that's
Yeah.
why I actually have chosen for the nickname working on it.
Uh-huh. Okay, and all her nicknames
Oh,
are
please don't.
Barbs.
I asked you not to, dude.
Yes,
Mm,
but I'm
I asked
still
you to.
going to.
Benjamin, it's fun in the Discord, but not in the podcast.
Oh, come on.
No.
It's just like five. Barb's the Beast,
I
female
asked you.
Baymax, Barb Max, Mama Ape. There we go.
Okay. I don't mind the nicknames, but they don't have to be continuously called. I know I'm a mama. I know I am the the figure who wants to take care of everyone and be sure
Yes,
that,
you are the perfect soccer godmother.
yeah, make sure that you and Cloud don't kill each other every now and then. Uh,
Of
and I'm
course.
perfectly fine with that. Uh, you can even call me Mama if you are really desperate, but work is fine. Just call me work, and I'll be working on improving everything.
Oh well, Barb, she's a piece of work.
I'm a piece of work.
Usernames like start out as something just for reasons
Mm-hmm.
or for something like that, but they always grow. Uh, on PlayStation, I have friends that have pretty interesting names
Mm-hmm.
and stuff. Speph's name is actually like letters of his last name, and then the last like four or three of his first name, and that's how he got Speth.
Ah, yeah.
Mhm.
What is the most interesting nickname that you've ever seen, or on the internet, or with your friends that you ever like and envision?
I'm sure I've seen some pretty wild ones just online that I don't remember.
Mm-hmm.
My friend, my one of the ones that I really like point out whenever I'm going through is my friend Devin's one, Ronald Reagan.
Mm-hmm. Ronald Reagan. Okay.
And
Mhm.
he's had it since PlayStation 3, and he has a PS4 now, and he still uses it. I think
Okay.
it's the same account.
Well, it's a pretty nice, it's a pretty nice political name, basically. Ronald.
Where'd you get it from? Name from?
We hear someone in the background, but I don't understand what he's saying.
He said that his name came from like, oh, he played a lot of Call of Duty, and when you kill somebody, it says like, yeah, my ray gun,
Mm-hmm.
and like his brother had one with a celebrity's name, and so he chose um and to match it up in a fun sounding name.
Yeah, it is fun. I do like the pun, by the way. I do love the pun.
It's a good one.
It's a good pun.
It really is. I really like it. I wanted to say something. I wanted to talk about something coming into this podcast, and I just totally forgot.
No. Do you want to talk about voice work? Do you want to talk about voice acting?
Voice acting's a lot of fun. I got a role coming up that I just don't want to, just cause like I don't know how much they want me to say about it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But like I got something there. It's gonna be interesting to do.
Yeah.
A villain for once.
Ooh,
Do a lot of
nice.
fun.
Ooh.
I got some. I have villain voices I've been working on, and there's also my Irwin impression that I really love doing all the time for no
Mm-hmm.
reason.
Can you do a bit?
I could do Irwin prop
Mhm.
real quick. Mandy. Let's see. I like to take lines from Avengers Infinity War for
Ah, yes.
Thanos and do Irwin's themes with them. Let's see. This
Oh
is all
yeah.
they should be, yo.
You put that video in here, and just like those two guys, fucking yeah, bawling their eyes out, just like laughing constantly, and then intermittently just saying, "Yo, suck my dick, yo."
My dick, yo. It's a lot of fun.
Ah.
I like doing. Me and my my friend Severin would do. He would do Carl Weezer from Tron, and then I would do and we would just do like bits about that.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Our favorite bit is Carl's just like like an angry person, and like worst things to Erwin. They would unprompted.
Mm-hmm.
He just came into my room, yo, and started screaming about lasagna. I tried to get a hold of him, yo, but he wouldn't respond, yo.
Just finish every sentence with Joe.
It's just how you have to do his voice, man. It
Yeah.
centers the yo. I like to think of it as like he's doing it, and it's just like, yo, man, why do you say yo all the time? What do you mean, yo?
Yeah, he doesn't. He
Yo?
doesn't. Without knowing it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Benjamin.
Uh,
Benjamin. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
oh, wait, wait. Cloud, were you done talking, or otherwise I want
that,
to
that's
ask Benjamin.
got some like doing like just deep voiced stuff also, just
Hmm.
because of my natural voice. But uh, Benjamin now though.
Okay. What? Benjamin, you're a voice actor too. What is your latest work, or is there something that you can talk about in your voice acting career that you got very excited
I've
over?
tried to do a few auditions, nothing attached on. But
Mm-hmm.
since it's the summer and I have a few projects lying, uh, just lying kind of dormant, which I am already cast. So
Mm-hmm.
more or less, and they are promising to be more active in the summer.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to that.
True. Okay.
Hmm
Do
And
you have
of course, what?
voices you like to do sometimes?
Oh, any voices I really like? I can do a lot of stuff. But just again, I can go quite low, but like, okay. Oh, and also, okay, there's one new thing that I'm actually going in, and that is with Luna,
Mm-hmm.
which is and that's gonna be the first paid assignment I get. And why am I getting paid? Because she is insisting that I get paid. So,
Very nice.
yes.
It's always good for people to get like compensation for their time. Uh, like
Yeah,
I
but
understand since I don't need, I just need exposure right now more than anything.
Mm-hmm.
But eventually, like if I'll get money for that sort of thing if I keep at it.
Yes.
Mhm.
Oh, that's very nice, Ben. I am looking forward to
Mhm.
hear from that cooperation. I am very excited to be on a teaser for a new album by the band Fox and Raccoon, which just got out actually. So um, my work I have since I started voice acting, I almost got 10 jobs, all unpaid, but that doesn't really matter. I love to do some stuff. I did a witch, but that animation did not come out yet, and I recently got hired or accepted to do voice acting for a, a furry convention movie.
Yes, that really
Hey, whatever paid.
for some reason.
And I didn't realize it was a furry convention movie until I got the job. I just I just I like narrator roles because I can make if I narrate I put my intonation a bit different. I go a bit deeper with my voice, uh, and that kind of stuff. I like that kind of work. So when I saw there was an audition open for a narrator who had to do a lot of narration, I'm like, yeah, let me do like Galadriel like narration for a while. I love that. And apparently I did it so well. He was like, yeah, I need you. Can I send you the script? And then I was like, oh, let's see what's actually about. And then it's for a movie for the first furry convention somewhere in the States.
Wait, the first for conventions in the States? That is
No,
not true
somewhere
because
in
there has been a few fur conventions.
somewhere in the States where it's for the first time there. Who has the thing
Mhm.
on?
What?
I'm hearing myself double.
I don't know.
You are?
Not me.
I have yours muted.
Hmm.
The podcast muted.
Yeah, the podcast is muted with me as well. So I'm like, where does the double voices come from?
Maybe the podcast, the Twitch stream.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
Hmm.
Okay, well, if you cannot hear it, then probably be alright. But yeah,
Hmm.
so
Yeah.
but actually, I think it's a nice thing to be a narrator for that movie because it seems to be quite a piece of work that this person is doing. 3D rendering, etc. A month long full time work. It's a big thing. Uh, and I don't really mind furries, by the way. But it was like, oh,
Mhm.
okay.
well, I sure hope you don't, because you know, your comic is like, you know,
And
animation.
throw animals.
Yes.
Yeah, it's throw animals, which is, you know,
I call them anthropomorphic, but they are basically furries, yes.
um, 'cause that's your community. That's the people who are gonna really watch your stuff.
That's true. They're basically the best paying and the most appreciative audience ever.
Hmm.
Oh man, I actually really like fursuits. I've never like worn one or anything, but like I like the idea of like all that work that goes into them and all that.
You know, yeah. Again, being a cosplayer myself, I can really admire the craftsmanship in them because they are clearly very high budget and like again, people don't. Yeah, people don't. Yeah, people don't pass out in those things, and that's because they are more or less being in a full body fluffy rug. It's a ventilated fursuit is something that's stay cool in those.
Yeah. I think they actually put a cooling system in there if they want to wear it for a longer time.
No, yeah, that makes it less impressive.
You want them to
Because I was like
suffer.
thinking if they were actually like breathing.
No, you
It
want them to suffer.
well, it's also like the heat that must. But in the winter, there's not a lot as many conventions, and so like downtime and those
Mm-hmm.
wear them in the season where it'd be nice to wear them. Cold, they wear them. As you know, like it's cold out, it's cold in your house, and you just nice fursuit because it's warm.
Yeah, it is. It should be really, really warm indeed. Holy. Okay. It was like reverberating for like 10 minutes and now it's gone. I don't know why. But I'm really
What?
glad. Benjamin, I could hear you like 5 times over because it was reverbing somewhere. But now it's gone and it's like, oh, okay. I hope it doesn't catch on the podcast itself. But yeah.
I'll jump around in the video later.
Mhm. Mm. But if you wanted to make your own fursuit, what kind of furry do you want to be? Or how do you call it? What kind of type do you want to be? Would you like be
Animal, I
Animal,
think it's called
yeah.
species.
just species?
Dude, bunny,
Yeah,
dude.
Bunny,
oh,
nice.
God, that's a good answer if you don't care for furries. It's like, what species will you be? Barney.
No, the bunnies are great though.
Bunnies, yes. I think it would be
Oh, I
nice.
thought you meant Barney.
No, not Barney the
Oh.
dinosaur. Bunny.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
But I think that would be nice and would be like um, a scarf made out of clouds or something. So, because I think there's like a Pokemon that has that kind of stuff, right?
There's a couple Pokemon that do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is like a sheep, and then there's like a bird.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like the only two I remember.
Yeah, and but there is a bunny which has like a collar made out of like fluff that looks like clouds.
I know what you're talking about.
You know how well versed I am in the world of Pokemon. I never collected the cards. I only watched the dubbed TV show.
Played the games a little bit, but that's about it.
I didn't even play the games. I didn't know there were games until like I was like grown up.
Ah, well, like let's see, like, yeah, but yeah, I kind of grew up with Pokemon and the Swedish dubs and that kind of
Mhm.
stuff. But like, and like, there's one annual thing that my family always, which is one of the travel across country through car to Norway to spend a week with my paternal grandma every year. And like, one year my brother had a DS, and he had Pokemon Black and I think it was Pokemon Black. No,
Mhm.
no. Yeah, it was Pokemon Black. He had a white one. Yeah, uh, yeah, and more or less there yeah, more or less having that. And the thing is that that specific generation was probably one of the best ones. It was like, yay, yeah, but that thing was very fun. They are great time wasters,
Yes.
more or less. And I last year I downloaded a ROM for my phone, and I downloaded the ROM for Pokemon White,
Mhm.
and more or less I was really lucky because like that was also when I was following Game Grumps, like the gaming news they did every week. They
Mhm.
said that like the like again I like downloaded the ROM and the CD and the ROM to play that on my phone. And then and then we went, and then on that Friday they said that the ROM site where I had gotten those from had been shut down. So more or
Mm.
less, I was very lucky to get that because again, it's a 12-hour car ride,
Mhm.
uh, and and last year, at least when I got there, it went by so fast. I just
Mm.
played Pokemon on my phone. It's probably not something I should talk about freely because it's technically legal, but but still it was a blast. And it was like, and I'm not talking that I played Pokemon Go or something. No, I played an actual Pokemon game on my phone, and it's the best platform to play it on.
Okay.
Yeah, the Nintendo issued a cease and desist to pretty much every ROM site. It's very hard to find ROMs of any of their games anymore. I used to use it for GameCube games and stuff uh, but when I was younger and when I had a computer, I could actually run that.
Yeah, now there are
Just
ROMs for phones and such. So yeah.
to find.
You are all so naughty. I did everything legally when I was younger. I
I
to be fair, nowadays if I want to see an anime or a show, I ask my brother to rip it from the internet so I can watch it. So basically, I'm not the one doing illegal things, but my brother is. But yeah, I'm sort of asking him very nicely to do that.
Ah. Hmm.
stream it, so it's a lot less.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm raising my virtual hand right here. Can I use the last few minutes to talk about what I'm planning to do this trip to Norway?
Yeah, sure.
Like more or less, my maternal grandmother. She's like 93 years old.
Ooh, that's kind of old, yeah.
Yeah, very old. So, this is gonna sound quite grim, but I'm kind of expecting this one to be my last time seeing her.
Mm-hmm.
And like again, one thing is that she was born in Canada,
Okay.
uh, and she moved away there from when she's 11, they moved back to Norway. But more or less, so she knows, and like, yeah, so more or less, she can speak English, but only English. Like her English speaking is like a relic from the time.
Ah, yeah.
It's yeah, she's speaking the exact way people would in the 30s, and that's like
Okay, yeah.
yeah, and more or less, and I had hoping to like actually start because I'm not the best at Norwegian, even though Swedish and Norwegian are very similar as languages, and we can actually hold a reasonable conversation between a Norwegian and a Swedish man, just upon how similar our languages are, and but I could never really get a good conversation because like there's some words that are like very different. It's like the basic conversation word. Like yeah, like pronouns are wildly different, but like the actual things that link conversation and those kind of stuff are kind of the same. But more or less, I've had trouble trying to talk with her. But like, and I have wanted to try to talk English with her a lot, but I could never muster up the strength to do it. And but now I am at least thinking of bringing a notebook and actually like in actually trying to be able to talk with her, have a conversation, write those conversations and those anecdotes down. Because the woman is 93 years.
Yeah.
If it's speak now or be forever silence, and I'm gonna speak. God damn it! And like upon that, I'm planning to come out to her because I actually haven't come out to my Norwegian relatives, and like the thing is, my dad again, who is my paternal grandmother's son, he was like he had no idea how she would react. It's just like, do it if you want to. Like, if you could give me a little bit of insight how she would react. But yeah, and I'm also if it goes if she doesn't flip out that by the fact that I'm gay, I'm and allows me to keep on speaking with her, I will sing a Queen song to her, which I think will really resonate with her because she is so old. It's all dead. It's you can listen to it and just listen to it regardless because it's a good song. If you actually like have gone through stuff, then I'm quite sure tears will run. But like I am only hoping that she will actually understand the lyrics.
So
Yeah, but
2 minutes.
yeah.
And
So I'm thinking of I don't know, yeah, going to like a linguistics subreddit or something, so I can actually get advice if there's like some real things that I need to know. There's some real differences in how the sentence structure is built, so I know how to talk to her properly, or if it's just like try to avoid abbreviations and that kind of stuff.
Okay. Well,
but
Cloud.
we got a minute left, and I want to use this minute to start and saying thank everyone who watches live. Thank you everyone who watches this in the future on YouTube. Please give us a like and a follow and all those great YouTube things. I should have the in the bio or description.
Donate oil to my mail link to my post box.
Have my Twitter do that. You can also follow Work's Twitter through that. Uh, Discord, if you want to join, that'd be great. If you don't, that's fine.
Yes.
It's not just me, Benjamin, and uh, our Discord. We also have Indigo and from the
Yes.
comic artist
Oh,
in
we have a few people.
our Discord. So
And
you want to go say
oh,
hello,
wait,
Yes.
feel
Spef
free.
leaved. He left.
Spef left. I don't know because he's Spef. Uh,
Good.
Yeah, he left and he's an asshole. Yeah, next time you go to his house,
No. But
yeah, but
no,
next time you
no,
go to his house, yeah, go into his computer and join make him join the Discord again.
no.
we did,
Yes.
and
Yes.
this account to one working on it on Twitch to watch us live. Those are all the things they think.
Yes. Okay. Thank you everyone for listening. Joining us next week. We will have Jupiter probably with us, and we have a lot of fun. So see you next week. Bye bye.